Hey guys, it's Adam here and I'm back with another Trove review, and today we're going to be looking at the Ice Sage. As you probably guessed by the name, the Ice Sage uses ice-based attacks and you can use these to slow down and completely immobilize the enemy altogether. In my opinion, these skills make this class perfect for parties or solo play. Now, my piss poor script writing skills are really shining here, so we're going to move straight onto the skills. Your basic attack is just a simple missile, but this missile does slow down the enemy, so it's kind of handy for that, I suppose. And as far as range goes, it's got a pretty decent range too. The first skill you'll unlock will be Ice Crash, and you're going to be using this skill for pretty much the majority of the time with this class. It is quite powerful, I'll be honest with that, and for a first skill, it is probably a lot more powerful than what you would normally find with other classes. But it does have a downside, and we'll be getting to that at the end. The next skill you'll unlock is Frozen Ward. This is a brilliant skill. You must have this activated at all times. Sounded a bit silly. But anyway, it increases your movement speed and your attack damage, and it does make one hell of a difference. This skill will, however, deactivate after you've taken 10% of your health and damage. This is usually the enemy's big attacks, as they call them. Your ultimate skill is the Big Chill, and this has to be one of the most useful ultimate skills I've actually seen in the game. It completely immobilizes and freezes the enemy in place. I think it lasts for roughly about 3 to 4 seconds, but I'm not too sure. But as the enemy is immobilized, you can still cause damage to them, and the actual skill itself does cause a hefty amount of damage after it's defrosted. That sounded quite weird. But anyway, yeah, you can cause quite a lot of damage with this, and you can usually kill the enemy even before, well, actually as they've defrosted. Pretty useful skill, to be honest with you. I've saved lots of lives with this skill, actually, in the Shadow Arena, so this has to be a good big thumbs up. That sounded funny. But as much as I do like this skill, I have got some problems with it. It's not that much, to be honest with you. Your Ice Crush skill, this has got one hell of a learning curve towards it. You're going to have to really try and engage where the enemy is going with this. Usually, if you try to cast it directly where they are, they've moved well before it is even activated. It is a bit slow, but you kind of have to make it a bit slow. I think it would have been a bit overpowered otherwise. But yeah, like I said, it's just a bit of a learning curve. Usually your main skill will be extremely handy for this, as it slows them down and it kind of makes it easier to gauge where you've got to throw your next shot. But yeah, that's pretty much my only gripe with this. And for the Ice Sage's passive skill, it basically stops him from sliding on ice. It also says as well as what causes the slowdown effect on his main skill. I kind of find that silly, really. I thought that was the actual skill itself slowing down the enemy and not a passive effect. I think that was a bit cheap of them to have kind of used that for that. Yeah, but as the passive skill goes, I kind of find it a bit useless, really. I've never really had that much problem with ice, and I hardly find biomes where I'm actually going to be using or fighting on ice and find it difficult anyway. If I was going to recommend a build for this class, I would go with health. Try and get like 20,000 health if you can. Your Ice Ward, taking 10% of your damage, it's not that difficult. It's sometimes difficult, but with about 20,000 health or something like that, yeah, Ward is going to last for quite a while, and you'll find yourself not activating it as much as you would. My overall thoughts on the class, I think it's kind of an in-between of a class of the Fate Trickster and the Dracolite. Fate Trickster is very, very survival-oriented with its... I can't remember what the skill was called now, but where it just phases itself and creates a doppelganger. And again, with the Dracolite, I find that class very tanky, and I gotta be honest, with this class, the Ice Sage, I have actually found it surprisingly tanky. I have been right in the enemy's face, and I have taken one hell of a beating, to be honest with you. And again, with the ultimate skill, the survivability is actually quite high. I'm finding myself freezing the enemy, and it gives me a chance to actually run away from them. It has got a bit of a cooldown, but I think they've actually reduced it in updates, so it's not that bad, to be honest with you. But yeah, again, like I was saying, overall thoughts of the class, I actually like this class. It might actually replace my main Dracolite at the moment. I'm actually enjoying it that much. I do find the damage as well is with the Ice Ward is actually really powerful. I came out weird then, but oh well. But yeah, the Ice Sage, it's actually probably one of the most fun classes I've actually played on for a while, and yeah, I like it. If there's one thing I've found out today, guys, is that my script writing skills are like utterly piss poor, so I'm probably gonna have to work on that. This might be the last video for the year. I don't know yet. I might do another review of another class. Depends on if I'm in the mood or not. I've just bought the Neon Ninja as well. He seems quite fun. He's quite a bouncy fellow. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys.